Hey everybody, we're joined now with Charlie Caris. You're a freshman on the tennis team. Charlie, thanks for being here on Hoya Insider today.
No problem.
Well, you just came off the ITA Atlantic Regional. You had a few victories. Talk about your experience there.
It was definitely a big change because Atlantic Region has some of the best tennis players in the nation. They got UVA, and so just seeing that next level of tennis that I hadn't seen just playing these fall invitationals was an interesting experience.
And I'm sort of curious to give the viewers a little perspective about the transition between high school to college athletics. And you're only a freshman. You've only been here 2 months. Talk about your experience with transitioning and what specifically does it take to play at a college level?
I mean, tennis is kind of in a unique situation because it's not like other sports like basketball or football where you get recruited because of your performance in high school sports. Tennis is entirely dependent on what you do in the summer tournaments, which aren't affiliated with high school at all. So, I mean, coaches don't care a whole lot about your high school tennis career. It's more your individual summer tournaments that are the focus.
And how rigorous are your practices? Do you go, because I mean that transition from high school to now college, your practices, you know, trying to balance your time between class and practice, is that a challenge for you?
Well, I mean, especially coming from Iowa, my main problem was I didn't have other people to practice against.
Okay.
So there was a limit to the intensity that I could have in my practices because there was only a couple guys practicing. Whereas I come here, it's 8 or 9 guys on the court at a time, all working hard, doing different drills. So it was a big change, and I've lost a lot of sleep trying to juggle different things this year.
Well, so you mentioned that you're from Des Moines, Iowa, and it's a really small town, and now you're in D.C.
It's not that small.
Well, it's different. There's
relatively small.
Relatively small, but Iowa in general, and I don't mean to offend
Yes,
Iowa. You
you're
gotta
right.
love Iowa. What's it like though coming to D.C.? I mean, was it a big decision for you to be around this political atmosphere and everything going on here?
Well, the things that Washington, D.C. has to offer, like the politics and being a big city, was probably the main reason that I chose to come to Georgetown. So although it has been a big change, it was a change that I looked forward to, and it's a change that I'm happy is happening.
Take me through the mindset before you go into a match. What are you thinking of? What do you do to prepare?
The key for me is just to relax. Well, it's different. In morning matches, I need to wake up, and in afternoon matches I need to relax. So before a morning match, I'll typically have like either a Mountain Dew or a coffee, whereas in the afternoon I usually take a nap before my match.
Okay.
So it's a little bit unorthodox, but that's what works for me.
Well, clearly the naps are working because you came off the Bruno, let me make sure I'm pronouncing it right, the Bruno Classic and the Navy Gold Invitational, and you won all your matches, singles and doubles. You had a 12-0 streak.
Yeah.
I mean, that's impressive. Talk about how that feels coming in as a freshman and being able to have so much success.
I think it has to do with just the team atmosphere, because when you're playing alone, it's easy to lose focus and you don't really have a reason to win the match other than your own motivation. Whereas when you're on a team like Georgetown, where everyone's supporting you, everyone wants you to win, and you don't want to disappoint the team. So I feel like the team atmosphere helped me focus and helped me win each and every one of those matches.
Well, please tune in to follow Charlie throughout the rest of the season. He's a freshman standout right now, and we're looking forward to seeing more success for you as the future goes on. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you.
All right.